Alright, peace. What's up, y'all? I'm in here. Alright, peace. What's up, yo? We got good mic levels. Everything is flowing pretty decent. I'm gonna do some invites. Shout out to you if you coming in the building. You already know what it's hitting. 4747, 24/7, 361 degrees. State your name, put it in the comment section, man. All right. Put some MeWe's up or something. I don't know. However you gonna do it. Look, we in here. Shout out to the family. All right. Let me do some shares and some invites real quick. Get yourself situated. So we definitely gonna have a good build. I got something great for y'all, man. Today is 9/22/29. So if you look at it, you already know it's a prime number. It's a Messiah code prime. It goes frontwards and backwards. That's deep. So shout out to everybody that's coming in. Shout out to everybody that's been getting their study on, everybody that's been grinding hard, that's a part of the movement, that's putting this together. Definitely beautiful, man. State your name, put it in the comment section so I can see you in here. Alright, boom, boom. I guess that's it. I'm only going to do a little bit of shares, see what it's hitting for. What's up, Brother Charles? I see you in here. I see you, Brother Charles. Thanks for hitting me up. Brother 913. Yeah, I see you in here, King. Peace, bro. That's what's up. Shout out to Sad Eye Sosa. Shout out to Brother Jaffa. Shout out to Bren. Shout out to Miss Carla. Yeah, shout out to my peoples, man. Miss Cherie. Shout out to her. Queen Lisa, Brother D. Shout out to all the people. Miss Shaka. All the people that's holding the team down. You already know Miss Satoria, Moon Goddess Supreme. Shout out to her. Shout out to a lot of people. Miss Mella. Shout out to Miss Jasmine, always pulling the graveyard shifts. Oh man, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Brother O'Mell. Shout out to Melissa. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, man. Shout out to Brother Meta World Peace. I gotta see you back in here. Shout out to Miss Shanita. Everybody, this is a movement. Yeah. So wow. I don't even know where to begin with this one. This is gonna be fire. I'm just letting y'all know right now. This build, what's up, Miss Magique? You said switch your name up to Mystique Magique. What's up, Miss Queen Lisa? I see you in here. Look, everything is good. Everything is flowing beautiful right now. You know, I'm happy that the system is working pretty decent. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. We can do a nice build. We can we can just put it together. All right. So today is 9/22/29. All right. So if you've been following the codex in the body of the codex, you'll see this, right? You'll see that the 22 guards what? The forearm. And then the 29 guards the feet. Yeah, thank you for throwing the purple heart. Shout out to the purple heart squad in the building. Shout out to the Dracula squad. Look at this. So now you got the 29. The 29 guards the feet. All right? The 29 guards the feet. And then you have look, you got the 29 guards the feet, right? And then you have the 22, it guards the arms. It guards the forearms. So that's all in connection. That was all in connection with everything. And far as putting on the whole armor of God and protecting yourself. Okay? And also making the connection. I told people this, I said, man, it's the same thing that we call martial arts in Tawalu is the same thing that we call prayer, which is called wundu. Wundu. All right? Or you can say it wundu. All right? So if you saying prayer became a psychic self-defense to guard you against every and anything that was in your path. All right? So it was ways to lead yourself in prayer. All right? And ways to connect in prayer. So that was 9/22/29. That was a code of that. Now I'll get into a 9/22/29 stance, which is this. A 9/22/29 stance is this. This protection. If I tell you to get into a 9/22/29, you'll put your left foot forward and you'll put your two arms up. You'll put your two arms up. You feel me? So that was all in connection with the Codex 2 in reference to putting on the whole armor of God. All right? So this is the stuff that I want people to realize in reference to the Codex. It's so much to this. I can describe and discuss this stuff all day. This is just one piece of paper. Imagine if I had thousands of papers, millions of papers. But that's really what God is. If I would go into the database of what God is, into the mainframe of truly what God is, it would truly be just phenomenal. You just keep on unfolding it, unfolding it, unfolding it, unfolding it. All right. So this is all in connection. So when I tell y'all to look at this body was a way to give us not only psychic self-defense, it was a way to give us physical self-defense. All right. It was all in connection. So now when you look at the mainframe, now it's a reason why I call it a mainframe, or the reason why I say a mainframe. All right. The mainframe is saying like this. If you look at a camera and you look at like 4K camera, you know, it's a quality called 4K. It's different qualities of frame rates that far as you can have a recording. It's different qualities of frame rates. So that's basically saying the more frame rates you have, the more dimensions you can see of a whole just like of a whole thing. You could just of a whole picture, you can see more dimensions of it. So that's the same thing as reality. Why it's called the mainframe. Why it's called the mainframe? Because you see it in literally a square. You see it in literally a box or a square. So it's literally called the mainframe. All right. So now, since everybody knows we live in literally in a square, it's literally like a square or a box that you got to define in time. Check this out. Look, it's literally like a square. It's like a square or a box. All right, that you got to define in time. It's like a square or a box that you got to connect with. It's like a square or a box that you got to see through, a mirror connection to all reality. This is why I said you got to look at the square that we living in like this. You got to look at it like the Tesseract. All right. What you say, Miss Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Elusive Peace. I see you in here. Let's flex on this. We building on this knowledge. I'm giving out this work. This right here is called the Tesseract. Now you say, well, what's the Tesseract about, LaMail? This is about how you got to see reality through your eyes. All right. Whatever eye you using as the Cyclops, you gotta see. You really gotta see it like this. All right. And this breaks down to the codex to what today is all about. All right. Today is all about this, really, truly. It's all about the 2 and the 9. It's all about the 29. All right. So now, if you ask me, LaMail, what is the 29 about? What is the 29 about? Simply, I'm going to tell you what the 29 is about. If you've been following the codex, all right, we in the 29th circle today. All right, we in the 9th square, which is Faruh. All right, and then we into the 22nd triangle, which is the praying mantra. It's the praying mantra. That's what the 29th triangle is, the praying mantra. All right. I mean, the 22nd triangle, the 22nd number of the codex is the praying mantra, but we are in the 22nd triangle of that. All right. So now moving along to the circle of the codex, because this is sacred geometry. Guess what we're in? This is called the secret keeper. Now, the first secret keeper was literally the timekeeper. So that was at 28. Now, hopefully y'all was there for the build when I was giving y'all the work on 28, because I broke down how 28 actually represents the 4 7s or the 490-degree angles, okay, which represents the 10. It represents the 10 command keys. It was symbolic to shh or she. Now, she passed it along, which was the timekeeper, to the secret keeper. All right. So now that's why when you see this image right there, this image literally looks like this. Like this image and this image has the same quality to it. When you look at it, this image and this image looks like the same quality. Why is that? Because you starting off from the left, right, or the right, or whatever you want to say, from the center. And it's the 2, which is Nazuk, which is the woman, which is passing it along to the 9, which is the 9, which is the secret keeper, because everything ends at the 9. So that's why 29 became your 10th prime number. 29 is your 10th prime number. If you count all your primes up at 29, you'll get the 10th number, or the 10 command keys. The same thing. Okay, so 28 pass it along to 29, which is the secret keeper. The timekeeper, which looks like literally it looks like a what you call an hourglass or something. Look at the number. It looks like the number, the Nazuf with the hourglass. All right, so that's what I want y'all to see it as. You can say, man, it looks like a 2 or whatever. No, it looks like a Nazuk, because you can flip it so many ways and it's the same thing. All right. So this was all a part of the codex. All right. So now I broke some stuff down. I told y'all, I said this, man. I'm trying to bring people to a new way to pray, a new way to meditate, a new way to levitate, a new way to connect to your mind, a new way to see a greater reality of everything. All right. And this is all a part of the brain, which is the network. It's all a part of the brain, which is the network. It's the greater network that we got to connect to. All right. This is part of the station. This is literally part of the station. And knowing how to connect with the station is through your hands. It's through your hands. The way to stimulate your mind is through your hands. All right. So that's one way to stimulate your mind, is through your hands. So now if we look through here, we're going to go through left brain, right? Left brain deals with logic, analysis, sequencing, linear language, mathematics, facts, thinking in words of songs, computation, all these things. What's up, Miss Seti? I see you in here. Yeah, we getting this work right now. So yes. Now, like I said, now we move into the right brain. The right brain. Okay, now people wonder why I'm I'm saying it's a new way of meditation. It's a new way of connecting to this. It's a new way of showing how you can actually resonate or vibrate or connect to the station or to your brain. All right. Now, each sensor right here represents something. You're going to say, Lamel, what does it represent? It's very easy. It's very easy. It's only one way into the station. It's only one way to the station. Now, when you touching different parts of your brain, you actually stimulating different lobes, okay? Whether it be the parietal lobe, whether it be the occipital lobe, or whether it be the frontal lobe, or whether it be the temporal lobe, whatever lobe that you stimulating by touching it, you actually connecting with it. Because look, you're connected with the left side of your body, which is your heart. Now, which is another charge. It has another charge, just like your brain has another charge. All right. So when you touching your brain, the left side of your brain, with your left hand, which I told people, I said, man, the left side of your body is the robotic side of your body. I've been busting this down in reference to the codex. How, what's up, brother Trail? Let's get it in. Let's get it in, bro. I'm going to do some invites. I ain't even really do some invites, but I'm going to do some invites so we can do this real hardcore. So anyhow, boom. When you look at the brain and how you touch it, man, it's like this, man. It's really like this. You got to see it as a network. You got to see it as a network. Now you're going to say, well, Lamel, well, what parts of my brain are for? What they use my brain for? I got you. I got you. This is the reason why you got to do it. This is the reason why you got to do it. But you got to be real quiet about it. You got to be real quiet about it. You don't really got to talk and tell too many people about it. This is how we doing this. All right? And we flexing. So look, peep game on this. You got the right brain. Now, the right brain deals with creativity. It deals with imagination. It deals with your holistic thinking. It deals with your intuition. It deals with your arts. It deals with your rhythm. It deals with your feelings, your visualization, your tone of songs, your daydreaming. It deals with a lot of stuff. Your right brain. So people say, I deal with right brain activity versus left brain. You need both sides of your brain to operate within the mainframe to steer the vessel. You need both sides of your brain, but it's a way to tap into both sides of the brain. All right, and this is through the hands. It's through stimulation through the hands. Now, one thing that separates us from any creature of that's on the earth is basically us being an Australopithecus, not just us being an Australopithecus, just like the monkey is an Australopithecus. It's the fact that we can do different things with our hands that no other creature can do with their hands. So the hands actually stimulate your brain activity, and your left hand actually stimulates your right brain activity. So that's why I said to people, I said, look, when you touching different parts of your brain, when you touching different lobes of your brain, you actually stimulating different lobes in your brain, but you utilizing your left side to program the right side of your brain. Now, you got to realize all these things are relevant, because you'll ask me, you'll say, well, okay, well, what's the well, what are these lobes for? Okay, very easy. All right, the frontal lobe, you already know where this frontal lobe is. It's right there where you touch where your temple is. It's all of that. Some people got a big frontal lobe. It's like a big forehead frontal lobe. Look at this. So that's all about thinking, memory, behavior. That's your movement. So when you astroplaning, when you in meditation, you're going to need movement on your joystick. So why wouldn't you touch the frontal lobe in your meditation? You got to touch the frontal lobe. So that's around your temple area because that guards all of that. So now in your meditation, you're going to say, ho, 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 I got to touch the temporal lobe. Yeah, I got to touch the temporal lobe because you know what? I need hearing, I need learning, and I need feeling within the mainframe. So guess what you do? You touch all three in one in reference to that because you touch the temporal lobe in your meditation right there because you need feeling in your astral planing in your meditation. So you touch the temporal lobe with the middle finger. Boom. So now as we moving along, we're going to go, I mean, with your ring finger, my fault. With your ring finger, that's what you touching your temporal lobe with, my fault. Let's move forward. Now, boom. Oh, now you need your parietal lobe. You need language. You need touch when you in your meditation in your astral planing situation. You need touch. You need to feel it when you in your astral planing. Of course, you know everything is a part of feeling when it comes to the brain. Every feeling is a language of the brain. So of course you're going to need your parietal lobe. Yes, the touch sensor. So that's why you utilize the middle finger. The touch, the parietal lobe, the touch, the parietal lobe. Now you really surfing. Now you really surfing on the consciousness, on the web of consciousness. Trust me on that. So now we're going to go to the occipital lobe right there. We're going to go to the occipital lobe right there. Boom. Touching the back of the brain and everything. The cerebellum. It's all connecting with your cerebellum because this is what's so deep. This is what's so deep with your occipital lobe. This is your sight. This is everything your sight. So you're going to need clairvoyance in your meditation. If you meditating, how you going to meditate without clairvoyance, without seeing? So of course you need to stimulate this part of your brain. Of course, you need to stimulate this part of your brain. So you utilize the left hand to touch the occipital lobe, which is your sight. All right. So now we really cooking. We really cooking. We really cooking. Now, because you'll know that the whole time you tapping into your right brain. So the right brain is talking about creativity, imagination, your holistic part of you, your intuition, your arts, your rhythm, your nonverbal feel. Yeah, this is all your right brain, your feelings, your visualization. So now you can realize how your meditation can be so stronger when you tapping into what we call the universe. All right. So now we really cooking, and this is getting really deep. This is really getting deep on this. So now I'm hoping people is seeing how to program the mainframe consciousness and how to connect with the station. This is one way to connect to the station. Now, I didn't even talk about the thumb. Of course, you need to connect to the cerebral cortex, the spine. You need to connect to all that. So how are you going to connect to it? It's the blood flow that goes up and down. You need to connect to that. So that's why you touch your jugular vein right there. That's why you touch it all right there. You actually creating a circuit. Yeah, Miss Mystique, you actually creating majestic. My fault. You actually creating a circuit right there when you touching your mind like this. When you touching your brain like this. So that's why I told people it's certain tones that we got to get in touch with. It's certain things that we got to get in touch with. Now, another thing that I want to tell y'all that I've been breaking down for a long time is this right here. This is called the magic square of Jupiter. Now, listen to this. Please listen to this build. I know people get confused when it comes to the codex when it comes to stuff like this. All right. But this is something that I need you to understand when I talk about this stuff, man. This is the one of the most importantest things that I talk about. All right. If you look at every square right there, they all add up to 34, which is 7. All right, which is 7. What's up, DeMacy? Peace. Look at this. So if you look at every square, it adds up to 7. All right, which is 34. Now this represents Jupiter because Jupiter takes place of the 7. Why is that? Because Jupiter, in a sense, is like a station to us. It's a station. It takes the principle of the 5, of the 7, and the 2. All right. It was the second, or you would say the first sun that was created in our solar system. So yes, Jupiter is really the center of our solar system too. It's really it's part of the central nervous system. All right. It connects up with the zodiac 12 years in precession. All right. So Jupiter is part of the central nervous system of our solar system. All right. Which is our body. All right. So in connection with this, Jupiter, it was in connection with the number 7 also, as in being the principle of the 5. It comes in as in the 5th planet from the sun. All right. The 5th planet from the sun. But the 5 is also the 7 because it's the pinnacle. All right. The same way as the 7 is the pinnacle. All right. This is all in connection with everything. So now as you move in with the 3 and the 4, because look at this. Look at the 3 and the 4 like this. If you on all fours, when you praying on your knees, when you on all fours, you literally praying on all fours, right? And then you touch the ground with your hands and your head. That's the 3. So that's the 34. So that's the 7. That's when you on your 7. So now you make this balanced up. When you got a square of 4 by 4, which is really person, places, things in all reality within itself, how it's linked up. It's linked up where you have to balance it, and things don't come the way you see things. All right, things don't come the way you see things as in order. All right, so this was in connection with the mirror. All right, so now let me continue on so that people can get this. It was something that I talked about in reference to stepping with the left foot. All right, peace. What's up, Massetti? I got you. Look, it's something I've been telling people about, stepping with the left foot. All right. The left foot is about something that's great. The left foot, it was a way that we always programmed the mainframe. It was a way that we programmed the right brain activity. The left hand was a way that we programmed the right brain activity. Trust me on this. This was all dealing with polarity. This all connected up. You know what I'm saying? This all connected everything up. This all connected everything up. You see the man representing the left hip, the woman representing the right hip. And this is all in connection with the codex. It's in the same thing in the codex. When you see in the codex, look at it. Just look at it. You see the yolk or the egg right there. The yolk or the egg, which is the 25, represents the right hip. I mean the left hip, which is the man. Then you got the 5, which is the pentagram, the 5, which is represent the woman, which is the right hip. So you got the left hip and the right hip. The left hip representing the man and the right hip representing the woman. And this is the same thing if you go back to ancient times, why she's grabbing on to the right hip. And both of them are leading with the left because they are programming right brain activity, which represents the female. All right, which represents the female. All right, this is the right brain activity, and this is all balanced. This was all balanced, and this was all in connection with the Tesseract. This is why I said, people, you got to see reality more than what it is. You got to see through reality through a scope or a lens that you can literally bend it. When you see the square, you got to see what's inside the square, and you moving throughout the mainframe consciousness in such a way that people can't decipher who and what you got going for yourself, because it's all about potency. It's all about the potential that's connected with God's kingdom, with God's universe, or whatever you want to deem as God, whatever you want to deem as the creator. That's what it's all about. All right. So peace to y'all, man. Peace to everybody. We still in here. We still in here. What y'all got? What type of questions y'all got? Come on, let's do this. Today is 9/22/29. All right? For everybody that's in here, it's 9/22/29. So today is Faruh, the praying mantra, and it's also the secret keeper. Now, somebody had a question. I think Miss Eddie had a question about the praying mantra or the praying mantis. You said the Oscar statue after our ancestry. Yeah. The Osiris, yeah. You said, I would like to know about Enoch. Wow, that's a good thing. You want to know about Enoch. You said so much to take in, don't know what to ask. Thank you, brother Meta World Peace. I see you in here, man. I gave you a shout out earlier. Look, listen. All right, so she asked me about Enoch. I'm gonna do 1 minute on Enoch. I'm gonna do 2 minutes on Enoch, and then somebody else give me another question. All right. Look, when you look at Enoch, you gotta look at, first of all, when you look at the Bible or any of those things, you gotta look at it as a story in your life that you can resonate and take the principles from. It's either you do or you don't. Enoch means Idris, or one who is studied, one who is studied up. It says study to show thyself approved, or study to show thyself approved. All right. So Enoch really means to be studied up, one who studies all the time. That's what it's all in connection with, in reference to Enoch. All right. So now he is a prime. He is a prime. Enoch is a prime. Now you say, well, what do you mean a prime? Yeah, he's a prime example of what you should be. That's what Enoch is. So when you're looking at all these stories, you got to look at it as animation or reincarnation of what you're going to be in your life. Because I told people about the Bible chip and the bio chip. What I would like to take is the Bible chip in reference to the Bible, meaning the records. It meaning biblos, meaning books of records. So that's what Enoch was in tune with. All right? That's what he was in tune with. Now, you would ask me, biblically, did he exist? Yes, Enoch existed. It was many Enochs that existed. It was many Enochs that existed in reference to the program. Because Enoch is a Dawalu. You say, well, what is a Dawalu, Lamel? A Dawalu is a program. Anytime you give me an Egyptian reference, I say they are a Dawalu. If you say Ptah, I say that's a Dawalu. If you say Osiris, I say that's a Dawalu. If you say anything you say, Ptaheret, I say that's a Dawalu. If you say Miss Seti, you a Dawalu. So it's our greater consciousness is a Dawalu. It's a program. It's a stimulation of a greater consciousness. I told people, I said we are water trying to get to a greater body of water. That's all what it is. We water trying to get back to a greater body of water. So when you see it like that, you can move throughout the mainframe and you can see yourself going back to that greater body of water. All right. So you said, just like the Christ thing, Enoch was an energy or a certain level you reach. Correct, Amundo. That's what Enoch is. Idris or Enoch. Look at this. Enoch comes from the word Darus, which means the study. All right, that's what Idris, or that's what it comes from. Or Onak means to be dedicated. It means two things. Onak or Enoch means to be dedicated. So you gotta say, well, wow, what is dedication about? Some people don't know nothing about dedication in these days and times. Because dedication comes persistence. You can't give up, man, even when certain things are not even going your way. So Enoch is a prime example. Enoch is the father of time. When you look at Enoch living 365 years in procession with 365 days, Genesis 5:24. All right, or 24 hours. Yeah, you studied up 24 hours on your 5, which is your pinnacle. Yeah, your pentagram, which is the galactical hero. That's what it's all about. Enoch was connected with that. He was on his 5. Go to Genesis chapter 5, verse 24. That's the 24 hours. That's him walking with God 365 years. That's when he got taken up. 365 years. That's one procession. All right? That's all in connection. That's all in connection, man, with the code. This is the stuff that I want people to know. Like, you got to see it as more or less, like a lot of people tell me, they say, Lamel, the Bible is fake. They always want to argue with me about how this is fake or how that is fake or whatever is fake. But I tell them is this. I said, we the realest story they ever wrote. We the realest story they ever wrote. So if we the realest story they ever wrote, literally, you can take the principles from whatever and you can utilize it for whatever you're doing in life, period. So now I have utilized something else that is just some icing on the cake. You know what that's called? It's called forcan. That was the icing on the cake that I put on it, y'all. It's called forcan. You say, well, what is forcan? Now, I flipped the whole script. I said, man, I'm bringing y'all back to your Al-Furcan state of mind. And they say, well, Lamel, what is your Al-Furcan state of mind? I said this, look, Al-Furcan was Al-Furcan, Al-Furcan, Al-Furcan. But because phonetically, and how you hear it, you can say it the same way as it being Al-Furcan. And Al-Furcan means critition. It means to be able to differentiate between right and wrong. And you was able to apply that to the scriptures. And the only way you was able to apply it is using mathematics. All right. So that's all I've been doing with everybody, man. I've been telling people like this. I say men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. I can tell y'all a lot of things in reference to the codex and what we're doing, but men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. Only thing I do is bring up numbers that connect up all the dots. When you look at that right there over there, what you see right there is a frequency of 131. That's the cornerstone. That's the body right there. That right there within itself is the body. It's the body. You say, wow, look at this. I gave y'all the top of the body. That's so hot. That's just so hot. It's Cassiopeia. I'm gonna get to that tomorrow. Cassiopeia tomorrow. That in the 31st. Let me get to that. Look at that on the top of that. Now that's the way to find the northern polarity. That's like really the way to find the northern polarity in all this. You say, Lamel, how am I going to find the North Pole? Well, look at this. I'm trying to tell you. How am I going to find the South Pole? It's through Cassiopeia, but it's not Cassiopeia. It's called Lamel or Lemel, the Phoenix, the wife of the Phoenix. Yeah, that's what it's called. Real talk. Because if you look up in the north, you'll see 131. You'll see it in there. You'll see the pole connected up. It looks like a 3. Whether it looks like an M, whether it looks like an M, it looks like a 3, it looks like a W, it looks like an E. It still looks like the same damn thing. It's just going around the North Pole. And that's the way we used to find the North Pole in ancient times. Through this image right here. The same image that I'm showing y'all. You said my nephew log date is 131, but he was in the bad car accident last night. Any significant meaning? Wow, that's deep right there. That's real deep. I'm gonna tell you this: 131 is a station, Miss Seti. 131 is a station all around us. Everywhere around us is a station called 131. All right. So now anything that happens in life, man, we are all variables of anything that can happen. Miss Seti, just know that he got the same log date as me. That's significant right there. That's crazy significant right there. We all got, different things. We come in at the same energy. All right. Him coming in at that same energy as me, that's deep right there. But I'm gonna tell you this: we all gonna catch some sort of if he felt that, I'm feeling it. You said, yeah, your log day 1312. I know. Look at this. If he feel that, I'm feeling it too. But you gotta realize sometimes a car crash could be something else in somebody else's life. Just because that happened to him, that doesn't mean it'll happen to me. All right? Or just because that happened to him, that doesn't mean he took the bullet from me. Neither. I want you to know that. I don't want you to get real spooky and shit like that. I don't want you to get spooky. All right? That doesn't mean anything. Okay? Now, I want you to look at it like this, Miss Seti. Everybody that now he's an Aquarius just like you. So it's not just he shares the same log date as me. He's an Aquarius just like you. So he shares a thread of energy that you share too. So you got to realize that. So he's connected to the same satellite as you. So in a sense, he could have took a bullet for you like that. He could have took a bullet for a lot of us like that. All right. But when you looking at it in the mainframe, it's just different variables of different sequences that can happen. Now the car crash to him in his life, to me, could mean a crash or something, a plan that didn't go the way I wanted to in my life. All right, Miss Seti? You said I felt something coming, but I didn't know what. All right. A car crash to him could mean basically a plan not happening right in my life. I'm planning something and it just don't go right. All right. So that can equal that in my life. That's how us sharing the thread of energy. That's what it means. But we all share a certain thread of energy, and we are all connected with a certain satellite. All right. So you got to know that. That's very important. That's very important. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say this. Just pray for the brother. I'm praying for everybody. When we pray, I want y'all to not pray for something good or something bad. Just pray. Just pray for the feeling of love. Show the feeling of love. That's it. If you show and pray, learn how to concentrate and utilize a force, a feeling of love. I don't know if y'all can do that. What's up, Miss Denise? I see you in here. Peace. Peace. What's up? You know what I mean? Like, learn how to channel a feeling of love. You say, how would I meditate, LaMail? This whole thing been about meditation. This whole build, everything I've been talking about, been about meditation. It's been about a way to tap into a meditative thought. You know what I'm saying? The only way you should pray for a person is not wishing anything upon them, but love. That's it. Pretend love is flowers that you just throwing on them, and you're not throwing on them. Whatever you just throwing so they can walk on them. All right, they can walk on these flowers. All right, that's what it's all about. I want you to think about when you offering up prayers for people, because we can't control what people do in life, Miss Seti. I want to let you know about that, man. That's one thing y'all know. Just having children, you know that. You said I am. You said I am because where he got hit was demolished, and he was a few broken bones and bruised. But okay, that's good. He's blessed. God bless him. But I want you to offer up prayers of love on people. When you offer up prayers, just, you know, the world is going to take its course, Miss Seti. The universe is literally going to take its course. When you say, brother, Meta World Peace, you said you make this conscious stuff real practical in everyday life terms. Thank you, my brother, Meta World Peace. We in the mainframe, bro. That's what it's all about. We in the mainframe. You know, we all try to be the galactical hero. The galactical hero is the number 19 in the codex. All right? And then the number 19 looks like the pentagram. And then the pentagram is holding something. It's holding everybody. And that literally was the chastity of the woman. Look, listen. The 5 points of the pentagram is really the chastity of the woman. It's the chastity of the woman. Think about a pentagram in your mind right now. A pentagram is the chastity of the woman, upside down. So it's holding everything. It's the galactical hero. So when you look at the symbols in the codex, you say, well, no wonder that's the number 19. No wonder Superman got the S on his chest, and in the S, he got the S on his chest, but he got the number 19 in the codex, which looks like a pentagram. The S, you know what I'm saying, inside the pentagram. That's all in connection to the woman. This is what I want to let y'all know, how we bringing this back. Look, I showed y'all this when I said, man, it's left foot. We stepping with the left foot. We stepping with the left foot. Man and woman. We stepping with the left foot, literally. We stepping with the left foot. We moving with each other in a certain type of way. Now, look, the man represents the left. Look, the man, watch this. Watch how I break this down. The man represents the left hip. The woman represents the right hip. Why would you say that, Lamel? First of all, y'all got to connect through the hips. Now, it was through both hips. Why would you say that? It's another hip too, which is the hippocampus. This is the one in the middle, which represents Osiris. Watch how this breaks down, which is the body parts that you put together. Look, listen how this breaks down. Look. So now you got the left hip for as being the man. If you look at the genitalia of the man's left, that's why he leans towards the left. His everything leads, his phallus leans towards the left, because his genitalia is created more or less on the left side. Why you think she is grabbing the right side and letting him take the left side? And both of them are steering with the left. This is all in connection. She grabbed the right side. This was in connection with Patal and also with Ptolemy, with Ptolemy being the hippopotamus and Ptolemy being the hippocampus area of the brain. This was the same thing, man. This was the same thing I broke down, man. This was the same thing that I broke down. Now you programming the right brain activity with the left side. You programming the right brain activity with the left side. You said, left testament, yo. Yeah. So now when you meditating, man, this whole build right here been about meditation. It's about the secret keeper. 29 is the 10th prime. Today is the 29th circle. It's the 29th circle. But today is 9, 22, 29, which is a Messiah code prime. That's what it is. It's a Messiah code prime. It goes frontwards and backwards. All right? It's in order. It's in order. What's up, Miss Sherelle? I see you in here. Look, it's in order. It's all in connection. That's the prime. It's the prime you see it. So now you see the 9, which representing Faruh, which representing birth. All right, that's birth, joy. All right. Now you got the praying mantis, which is 22, or the praying mantra, or the Kama Sutra, whatever you want to call that. All right. What you say, Brother Charles, the praying mantis family? I got you. I got you. We on praying mantis. So the praying mantis also connected you with being on all fours. Yes, because why would you say that? Because the praying mantis, as being the 22, adds to the 4, which is a prime number. It's a master number, being on all fours. It's on all fours. That's when you connecting with the universe, literally connecting with that's when you connecting with the universe, when you on all fours. Now, I brought y'all from the 28, which was the Shhhn, which is above the floor. If you doing this, if you on all fours right now, what's the only thing that's not touching the floor? It's your Shhhn. So the Shhhn, or she, is above the floor. So she is above the floor. So she took the place of that. So she was the ship that we rode upon, that we left upon. That's what it was, because it was the breath of silence, the breath that came in and the breath that came out of silence. That's why it was connected in the Messiah Codex to your shins. It was connected to your shins, as in the left shin. My fault. Look, it was connected with your left shin. You feel me? Your left shin. Now you go into your left foot, which is your 29. And this is how you moving through space and time. This is how you literally moving through space and time. Look at this. You literally moving through space and time like this. Like this. You connecting it all up. Like this, moving. And that's how you do your meditation. This is another way to connect. Now you would say, Lamel, why would I pray like that? Why would I meditate like that? I'm going to tell you why you want to meditate like that. Because you got to look at your body like an antenna. You got to see your body literally like an antenna. You say, really? It's like an antenna? Yes, it's like an antenna. So every way you move the antenna is the way to connect to the station. So now you know how to move the antenna in a certain position. Now, only thing you need is the tones to connect to the station. You feel me? That's how you really truly do it. You just connect up with the tones now. Now you know how to do it. You touching the parts of your body. You doing this. You just literally become a beacon. You know to lean with your left. You know to move with your left side so you can connect with the right brain. And you literally like a cyclops moving through the mainframe. You literally like a cyclops moving through the mainframe. Shout out to everybody. Feel me? So we cooking it. I'm gonna tell you, look, that body right there, that right there is sacred. Forget what anybody talking about. Look, that right there is sacred. Every day I bust something down significant to every body part. They say put on the whole armor of God. People ain't even ready to put on the whole armor of God. I said, yeah, look, and I'm saying it the same way they saying it. Put on the whole armor of God. Every piece, every chip represents us. It's a bio chip. It's a Bible chip, literally. It's a Bible chip. It's a sacred record of the Biblos. Trust me on that. It's a sacred record of the Biblos. You said, what do you say, Brother Charles? Can one heal through touch alone? Look, bro, thank you for the question. He hit me up on the inbox. Brother Charles, we can heal each other through touch alone, but look at this. Certain people guard certain parts of this body. Not every person guards every part of the body. Look, the devil got tricky, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Every time a Messiah type was born, they try to stomp them out. Boom, 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 boom. They try to stomp the Messiah types out. Every time. So they figured it out. They figured out something real that'll mess your brain up. They said, man, the Messiah types just keep on coming back. So they know something that we don't know. And guess what it was? It was time. So they said, oh, we're going to just gouge his eyes out and make sure he can't see time. Everything that they did to the Messiah, the beating of the Messiah, was talking about how they took something away from you or did something to you. All right, you said, somebody said the longer you fast, having meditations, you travel from angel to angel, and they carry a message to God faster. I'm gonna get to that, Miss Setty. Look at this. So in the power of touch and healing and touching, look, listen. If they beat up the Messiah, all of us are the station of the Messiah. We are the body of the Messiah. Look, if they beat up the Messiah, every body part that they hit, they was hitting us. They was hitting every body part from the crown chakra on down to the feet, on down to the wrist. Everything that they was hitting us. So now as they was hitting us, we just trying to put these body parts back together. We just trying to heal these body parts. All right, and we coming together. So some of us can heal these body parts if we learn how to heal ourselves in a certain sort of way. So once we learn how to heal ourselves, we can come and connect with a certain person that got a body part that's messed up and say, look, here, let me touch you right here. Bam. And when you touch them right there, boom, you connect, and you connect the dots and you heal that person. All right. So this is, you had healers and you had killers. Listen, listen. You know what I'm saying? You had healers and you had killers. We are the healers. It's a way to heal. People don't know how to heal. All right? I'm showing y'all how to heal with martial arts. Look at this. When I told y'all, I said, man, I don't want y'all to hit like this no more. Ha! I don't want y'all to hit like that no more. I said I want y'all to hit like this. It's like y'all coming back to being the healers instead of the killers. Because when you do your healing, that's how you heal a person too. When you heal a person from an ailment or they got something wrong with them, you hit them with the breath, the magic breath like this. And you take it in and then you let it out. You sweat it out. All right? Real talk. So that's what's up, Miss Shanita. Peace. I see you in here. So that's how you did that with the healing. But certain people guard certain parts of the body. Not everybody guards every part of the body. We all guard because look at this. The universe put it like this so nobody would have control over everything. That's why the body parts are really truly like that. You would ask me, LaMel, why did the universe give us the body parts like this? You got to look at it like the Infinity Gauntlet or something like that. You got to truly look at it like that. All these pieces are like the Infinity Gauntlet, and all these are like infinity crystals that we just putting together and putting this and putting that all together. That's what it's all about. You said, LaMel, when you're online, I always see an older woman in our lives, in our live posts. Like, wow, that's deep right there. That might be my grandma, to be honest. Miss Winnie, that might be my grandma. My grandma, she's the bomb. I keep on telling y'all, if it wasn't for my grandma, I wouldn't know this stuff. I get a lot of this stuff. I would say 75% of what I'm giving y'all is from my grandma. It's just lessons that I mastered. It's just lessons that she gave me that I didn't master. She done led me to all the masters to give me this stuff. She done taught me a lot of stuff that I needed in order for me to flip it. For real, for real. So if you seeing her, or you seeing you seeing Shirley, to be honest. You seeing Shirley. You said she called you son. Yeah. That's my grandmother. I'll tell you, it's my grandmother, to be honest. She treated me like her son. I was the firstborn. I was the firstborn out of all the children. Out of all the grandchildren, I was the firstborn. And my mom had me at 16 years old, or really 15 years old. She had just turned 16. A hot 16. But she was pregnant throughout her 15-year-old age. You know what I'm saying? But my grandma taught me everything. She the one that raised me. You said, me too, LaMel, on God. That's deep. That's deep, man. I know this, man. We got something special here. I want to tell y'all more than anything that I can tell y'all. You know, it's certain things that's going to happen with this throughout the next couple of years. And you're going to see something really, really great happen with this truly. All right? And you're going to see this rise so much in reference to the codex. You're going to see people learn and master this stuff. I told people, I said, man, y'all going to do greater works than me in this. The same thing that any Messiah told anybody. Look at this. Man, we got so much involved with what we can do. If I turned y'all on to certain things with your brain and how to tap into your brain in a certain sort of way, and in your meditation, and how we can actually astral plane and we can turn into a network ourselves, because it's certain rituals that we have to do. It's certain things that we have to do to connect up. To be honest, to make this stuff happen, it's certain rituals, it's certain things that we need to do to make all this stuff work. All right, it's certain things that we need to do in general to make it all work. And the first thing is time itself. It's time. All right. So when I brought y'all to the 28, that was the timekeeper, which was in the form of the SH, which brought you to the secret keeper. Of course, the timekeeper will bring it to the secret keeper, because the secret, nobody knows the secret of time. All right. Thank you, Miss Seti. Hopefully y'all like how the channel is actually progressing and how I'm able to articulate the information to y'all. That's all my goal is. Shout out to everybody that's donating. Yo, I got a in the comment section, if you look in the description column, you can see where you can actually donate to the movement. For people that's actually donating and helping me with this, it's people behind the scenes that's making this stuff happen. All right? That's what I want to let y'all know. It's people behind the scenes. It's not just me. It's a movement. This Messiah Code stuff, the Messiah Code movement in general, it's a movement. It's in the whole. You know what I mean? It's positive stuff going on, and people are learning. And the most important thing that I can tell y'all is learning that right there. That's the most important thing I can tell y'all is learning that. That right there is everything. I know it's one page and it seems like it's simple because it's one page, but it's something else more than that. It's something else than more than that. The elders always tricked us to see how smart we were. To see how smart we were. To decipher everything. It has math in there. It has everything. It has a phone number. Somebody tell me what's the phone number on there. If somebody broke down what's the phone number on there, man, somebody tell me what's the phone number. What's the phone number of the squares? That's right there on there. For real, on the body. For anybody that's studying the math, trust me, it's a phone number to the galaxy. You say, really, Lamel? It's a phone number to the galaxy. You got to think about this. Look, think about this, right? What if I told you, if I asked you, what's your position on the earth right now? You want to tell me, well, my position, well, my address is such and such, such and such, such and such. I'd be like, man, you don't own that. That ain't your address. Yeah, your only true address is your log date. That's your log date. You feel me? So everything after that is a part of your address, your designation. You feel me? Think about this, right? Let's say if I ask you your address, that your address is your log date, how you logged in space and time, your birthday. That's your address. You have no other address. That's your designation in time and space. All right, that's how you logged in time and space. All right, so now, boom, from the way you logged in time and space, you moving everything else from the dot. All right, you moving everything else from the dot. Now, if I say, well, where are you located at? You're going to give me your log date. Now you're going to give me a longitude and latitude of the planet. You're not going to give me the address where you live at. You're going to give me a longitude and latitude of the planet. Now, this is the trick of it. This is the real trick of it. You know what the trick of it is? Now you have to move with the planet. You have to look how the planet moves. If the planet is moving this way, you have to move with the planet. So if I want to connect with you in the future, I would say, well, this part of the planet is going to be in this place in the future. All right? So that's what it's all about. That's how you would connect with yourself literally in the future. In the past to the future, you say, Lamel, how would you do that? I told people this, Miss Seti. I don't know if you're still in here. I'm going to bust something down for you in reference to the death certificate. All right? You say, Lamel, what you working on, Lamel? I'm working on something called the death certificate. You say, well, what's the death certificate all about? It's about unplugging from the matrix, totally unplugging from the matrix. But it's all about connecting with the future. And it was a way to do it. It was through trust, law, and equity alone. All right? This is what it was all about, Miss Seti. I'm going to give you a spill nobody probably ever gave you on this. And this is what I'm working on. It's called the death certificate. And it's not just in the sense of what I'm working on. It's something that is actually has happened. All right? Peep game on this. Now, Nobody can tell you if you died or if you not didn't die. If you in your sleep, nobody can tell you if you died. It's only you and God was there. If you wake up from your sleep tomorrow and you say, Lamel, I died and I went to heaven and I saw God and I came back and God told me this and this is what I'm saying. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take that from you. A nigga can say, I don't believe that. Somebody can tell you, I don't believe you. But you in general can say, look, I died and I saw God and I came back and whatever. Now, it's certain people that died and saw God, you feel me? And say, well, look, man, I had an experience where I died before. And when I died, damn, I saw God. And I saw something that I just really can't even explain to y'all. You feel me? Some people can say that. You can't take that experience from them. All right? You can't. So now it's only one witness. It's only one witness. It's only you and God. Generally, you need two witnesses to hold your account. All right? But you only need one witness for this. Now, if you write your last will and testament, you literally only need one witness for that, which is your DNA. Your DNA or your handwriting is your witness for your last will and testament. That's why a last will and testament isn't written on computer form. It's written through your hands. Your last will and testament has to be written with your hands. And then it's copied into computer form. All right, listen, Miss Seti. Hopefully you listen and you interested in private solutions and stuff like that. I got you. Listen. So, what I'm telling you is your last will and testament. If any of y'all want to write your last will and testament or your trust, you can't write it on a freaking computer and thinking it's authentic. You got to write it in your own handwriting. It got to come from your own hand. So that's the way that it's authenticated. It's through your hands alone. Now remember, I told you your hands connect to your brain. Your hands connect to your brain. That was the way to stimulate your brain or the way to release your brain. All right. So now that's the only way somebody can verify that it was your last will and testament. If it was in your handwriting, they'll analyze anything else that you ever wrote in life and say, well, you know what? Shoot, it must have been written by Miss Queen Lisa because it matches up. You feel me? Or it must have been Miss Shanita because it matches up. So your last will and testament has to, first of all, for all y'all that's interested in writing your trust or doing your trust, first of all, you have to write it in your own handwriting. That's the first thing. All right? The second thing is this, Miss Seti. All right? The last will, look at this, also to cast spells. I'm not even talking about none of that. Just listen to me on here. We ain't talking about no spells. We talking about trust law. We just talking about some stuff like this. All right? This real practical stuff. All right? So flow with me, Miss Seti. I got you. All right? Look, listen. So now, what you got to know is that the will can't be reinvented. The will can't be broken. The will is just going to be the will. All right? So if you write your last will and testament, nobody can take that from you if you publicize it, if you make it public. As adverse to being private. You say, really? Public versus private. It's private, but in a sense, you make it publicly. You make it publicly known. So that this is your last will and testament. Because it's coming from your hand. That's the same thing that was literally given to us when it comes to the word. It was given to us by the Yah or the Yetzirah. Same thing, the hand. All right? That's all in connection. Listen. So if you write your last will and testament, this is what you're saying in your last will and testament. Anything that you want to say in your last will and testament. Anything that you want to say. You say, really, Lamel, it's your last will and testament. They're going to say, Well, he can't do that or she can't do that. Well, hell, you did to them. How can they say you can't do that or you can't do this? Now, the first thing what you want to do is, in your last will and testament, you want to collect all your body parts. You want to collect all your pictures, all your images, everything that has ever been published of yourself. You find the source of where it's been published at. Now, Google is a very good source. Thank God for Google. Thank God for Facebook. Thank God for all these things. So this is what you do. You go and connect with the source. And you say, well, all my pictures, all my images, everything that's a part of me, I want to be given to this, to my trust, my body parts. All my images are my body parts. Think about this, Miss Seti. The body parts, like when you take a picture of yourself, that's a body part. Why is it a body part, LaMail? Because, well, you don't look the same all forever. You don't look the same yesteryear ago, like 20 years ago, 10 years ago. You don't look the same. So it's a body part when you take a picture. So you say, I want all my body parts to Google. You say, I want all my body parts to Facebook, because they're collecting your body parts right now, unbeknown to you. Yo, you done read my mind. So you say, I want all my body parts. And you start to collect all your body parts where you done left your body parts at. All right? That's you collecting the DNA or the data. You collecting the DNA or the data. So now, since you got the body parts, right? You say, okay, now with your last will and testament, you want your blood, you want your feces, you want your organs, everything that's part of this physical body part. You want everything. All right, you want all that body part too. Yeah, I want all that body part. I'm collecting all that. I want all that. This is in your last will and testament. This is what you telling them. I want all that. So when you collect all that, you got to give it to something. You say, well, what am I going to give it to, LaMail? It's something else that I forgot that you got to get. It's not just your body parts. It's your consciousness. It's your consciousness too. Oh, really? Yeah, it's not just your body parts. You get your consciousness too. Wow, where would I give my consciousness over to, LaMail? To your trust. The same thing. Now you moving throughout the mainframe. You literally moving throughout the mainframe because this body is obsolete. This is the thing that I want to tell y'all. This body right here is a ghost in the shell, literally. This body is a ghost in the shell. So this body is obsolete. So what you saying is you move into consciousness also. So that's how you doing a Marty McFly on it. How you doing a Marty McFly and you back to the future, LaMail? Yeah, I'm back from the future. I'm going to tell you how you get back to the future. This is how you get back to the future. Because you move the consciousness as along with the body parts and everything else, along with the trust. You move it. You move it. You move the same thing. It's nothing but energy. Energy can be calculated and actually it could just be calculated in a certain sort of way with ones and zeros. So so that's all you are. You said they asked me if they could have my mom's eyes when she passed. Hell to the nizzo. We want that. We want her eyes. You said that's crazy. She said no because they couldn't handle them. Man, that's the toughest thing, Miss Queen. You know, we gotta keep those things. For real, for real. We gotta figure out ways to keep those things, those organs. We gotta find a place for those organs, Miss Queen. You wanna say, why is that? Because you might need one of those things in the future. You might need one of those things in your kids. Now, somebody like me, I'm O negative, so I can share my blood with everybody. But some of y'all, with y'all family members, y'all only can share blood with only certain people. All right. So you need your family members' organs around. So guess what? You literally need a cryogenetic place where you can keep your family members' organs for you, so you can repair yourself. That's facts. If you want me to be real about it, we need to give all our, if we gave all our, or imagine this, if everybody in your family gave all their organs up to the family, it would be a Frankenstein that would live forever. It would literally be one of y'all that's a Frankenstein that would live forever. That would fuck your mind up. If you had a tribe, if you literally had a tribe that said, look at this, all of us are giving our body parts over to the trust, which is our family, which is this person is going to live forever. Guarantee you this, that person will have every body part of everybody that lived. Listen, and their body has to be basically connected to everybody. It has to be a blood type that's connected to everybody. It has to be a father or a mother a blood type. So that's one way that we live too. Also, you say, really, Lamel? Yeah, that's one way that we live for hundreds of years. You said they will rot. No, they wouldn't rot. Miss City, you gotta have a cryogenetic place for this, for organs. You don't rot. Your organs don't have to rot. You can keep organs alive and don't keep people alive. To be honest, Miss City. But what I'm trying to tell you, me breaking down this stuff with your trust, you give your consciousness over as well. And you move your consciousness to the future. You move your consciousness to the future. All right? To the future. See, this is what I want to let y'all know. This is how some of us from the future are able to tap into the past right now. You would say, why is that? Because the computer, if we one day assimilate or download our minds to the computer calculates that. The computer is not in a realm of time of what you think it is. The computer is in the realm of now. It sees all time and everything. So it's calculating everything. So it sees that too. It sees the same thing. Real talk. In connection, it sees the same thing. That's why I said, people, you got to look at it as a mainframe consciousness. This is a mainframe consciousness. Everything what I gave y'all is literally the body. That right there is the body. It's all in connection with the body. It's all in connection with the body. How it connects with the body. You feel me? Look at that right there. When you look at the codex, I want you to look at it with X-ray vision from now on. From now on, I want you to look at it with X-ray vision, literally. Okay, now you know every body part, how it touches. Now somebody asked me a question, which was a real relevant, good question. They said, Lamel, why on the left arm, it's more circles than on the right arm, all right? For is the body parts of the codex. All right, now, this is one thing I want to let you know. The reason why it's more circles on the left arm, because this is what I told people. The left arm is your robotical arm. It's your mechanical arm. It is the way to tap into your right brain frequency. It is the way to tap into the right side of your brain. That's why it has an extra digit on it. That's why it has an extra connection. And the extra connection to the left arm is the pyramid builder, which is the robotic arm, the robotic hand, okay, which is the pyramid builder. That was all in connection for everybody. And then somebody asked me, well, what does the letter X sound like in the codex? Because all of these are ABCs too, y'all, and 1, 2, 3s. These are all ABCs and 1, 2, 3. So the letter X actually sounds like ja, ja, like a vibration, like ja, ja. It don't sound like X. It sounds like ja. All right. So shout out to everybody. All these are letters. All of these are letters in the codex. All these connect the codex. All these connect the body parts of the Messiah. You want to say, oh, am I a Messiah? Well, assume the position. Literally assume the position. If that's not the case, you assuming it, look at this. Get in the position. You already know what it's hitting for, man. I don't got to say nothing. This is how the body works. This is the network grid of the body. Right now, we on the left foot, which is the number 29, which is the secret keeper. That's the left foot. Move it on your left. Yeah. Move it on your left. We in God's army. We in God's army for real. You moving with the left because you moving with your heart. You moving with your left because you moving with right intention. He said, really? How can I move with the left? Because you moving the right side of your brain when you moving with the left. These are the things that I'm saying on here, man. We all knew it. We all knew it. It was an ancient custom to connect these hips, to march with the left, to connect our hips, the right hip and the left hip, to connect it up, to connect with the hippocampus area of the brain. Yeah, to connect with the hippocampus area of the brain, which became literally Osiris, or Osir, or Asar, or Asura. Asura, which means a picture. A Quran chapter is called Asura, which is Osiris. It's the same thing. A picture that you see in your mind. Trust me on this, man. A picture can say 1,000 words. A picture can say 1,000 words. So we really flexing on them. We really flexing on them. That's all I gotta say. For what we doing. It's like we growing. Hopefully, y'all getting this information, man, and y'all can see it, and y'all can say, wow, dang, man, I got that. Real talk. Hopefully, y'all can get that. Now, today so happens to be 9/22/29. Now, you would say, whoa, it's the same thing. He said, we are amazing. All praise due to Allah. Yeah, thank you, Miss Seti. Real talk. So you got 9/22/29, right? So 9 is the birth that has to go through the V. Birth has to go through the V, but it stops and starts there. Because the 29 represents the ST. Remember that. 29 represents the ST, which represents stop or start, or stomp, or stomp. Alright? That's what it represents. If you write the letter to me, if you write ST, it would be 20, it would look like that. If you write an ST to me, it would look like this. The number 29 in the codex. It would look like that. If you write an ST, it will look like that, 29. You see that? Now you see it represents the secret keeper. The lips are shut. The one in between, the finger in between the 2 and the 9. The lips are shut. The lips are shut. Because if everything flowed in between the 1 and the 9, which is the 19, everything literally flows in between the 2 and the 9. Because the 2 is the first prime number. The 2 is the first prime number. And guess what? It is the 10th. 29 is the 10th prime number. Solar prime. All right? When you say, Miss Seti, you said, sometimes I pray and I feel so far away from God, not sure that he hears me. And I wonder why. I'm going to tell you, Miss Seti, it's getting more coded as we speak. It's getting more cryptic. Reality is getting more cryptic as we speak. If you go into Matthew chapter 16, verse 19, it says, I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth will be loose in heaven. It's something significant to that, Miss Seti. All right? And so Everybody try to bring everything in God's kingdom. You can't bring everything in God's kingdom, Miss Steady. I'm sorry. You can't bring everything in God's kingdom. But God has provided, or the universe has provided, different various degrees or levels of heaven. So you won't miss out, literally. So as you begin to grow and start to grow in life, you begin to go to a greater kingdom or a greater level of God's heaven. So that's why it said whatever you lose, not whatever God lose on earth, lose. Trust me on that. It's all in connection, Miss Sadie. I need you to know that. We all in the code right now. We all in the program reality. We all assimilate in thought for what it's worth. And it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that and maintain a sense of well-being through it all. It's so hard. But I'm going to tell you this. It's going to come a time where we know what's best. We know what's best, man. I don't got to tell you nothing. I can talk to your mind. I can talk to your greater consciousness, man. I can talk to you. You say you confused. Well, Miss Sadie, if you confused, only thing you got to do is move with your left. Move with your heart, Miss Sadie. Trust me on that. Move with your heart. You know what I mean? If you feel far away, they say Allah is closer than your jugular vein, Miss Sadie. If Allah is closer to you, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more closer to you than your jugular vein, this is one thing I want you to get. You got to think about it like that. You got plans, but Allah is the best of all planners. Allah is the grand architect of the universe. You get that? And then look, Allah is a male principle. Allah is really Allah in Allah, the same principle. It's nothing above the shell. It's really nothing above the shell. That's what Allah is. Allah and Allah. It was nothing above the shell. Allah or Allah is the grand architect of the universe. You understand that? So an architect has a plan when an architect is creating a building. You feel me on that? An architect, look at this. I got you, Miss Sadie. I got you. Look at this. An architect, you got to think about God as the architect of the universe, right? So an architect has a plan to a building. Your body, right there, your body is the building, the cornerstone. Your body is the building. That's the cornerstone. So Allah is creating, Allah has the plan. You have a plan though, because you say, man, I want the building to go this way. I want the building to go this way. You start messing with the with the construction worker, with everybody that's forming construction on you, right? All the masters that's forming construction with you. You start wrestling with them, knowing that God has a plan. And they say, we got to stick to God's plan. And you say, well, man, well, look, I got a plan too. Why don't you make the pipeline like this? And they say, no, we got to go with God's plan. And then eventually you get it that God is the grand architect, or Allah is the grand architect of the universe and has a greater plan. All right? You start to get that. And then therefore, you become the building or the body of the plan. And therefore, what you consider to be the grand architect of the universe puts you in as the cornerstone. All right? So that's all in connection. That's truly all in connection. Real talk. I want you to see it like that, truly. Look, I'm showing y'all different ways to pray. To be honest, what I've been showing y'all on the low the last couple days is just like different ways to pray. To tune into the station, utilizing the codex, utilizing right brain activity. That's the only thing I've been showing y'all the last couple days, for real, for real. I've been showing y'all different ways to meditate, different ways to pray, different ways to tune into the station. That's what I've been talking about the last couple days. And every day, I've been talking about a different body part. A different body part, putting on the whole armor. Putting on the whole armor. That's what I've been talking about the last couple days. Just firing it up. So shout out to everybody. Look at this. I'm going to end the live feed. I'm going to come back though. I'm going to come back. I love the fact that this was going smooth. It really went smooth. You know, all praise due to the Most High God. But this was very beautiful. This was very beautiful. It really went smooth. You know, shout out to everybody that came in, that was a part of this build. This is something that I want to let y'all know. I got a book that's about to drop. I got a book that's about to drop, all right? It is the 1-for-1 hand manual. If you haven't got any other books from me, I would suggest that you get this book. This is the introduction to magic and divination. This will break everything down. In most cases, I'm coming from this book, all right? In most cases of the builds that I've been giving y'all the last couple days, I've been coming from this book. And this book is based upon this one page right there. That one page right there, I basically wrote the book on, all right? It is a very good book. I suggest everybody get it. Now, you're going to say, Lamel, how would I get it? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a donation. You can just donate and you can get the book. I'm going to put it like that for everybody that supports the movement. All right? I'm going to make it like that. You donate, you'll get the book. I work hard on this book. I've been doing this book for the last 2 months. The last 2 months I've been doing this book. All right? You said, I'm just going back to work. I'm going to get the book. Look at this. I've been doing this book for the last 2 months. And along with that, I've been doing live feeds for every day with informative builds, with stuff in the comment section in the description column that's been taking me a while to type up. So I've been working really hard in reference to this. Along with that, I'm 20 days behind in the WordPress. Look, after I do this book, look, I'm going hard on that WordPress. Matter of fact, I'm going to finish that book tonight because I said I'm dropping it on 131 of the Gregorian calendar, or 924:31 of the Messiah Codex. All right? I said I'm going to drop it on those dates. So I'm going to drop it on Thursday. Facts. I'm going to drop it on 131. That's a fact. I'm going to drop that. Shout out to all the Purple Heart Soldiers. All the Purple Heart Soldiers. I'm dropping that book on Thursday. That book is going to be phenomenal. I've been working on that for 2 months. It's going to be the introduction to magic and divination. I suggest you get it. After that, I'm going to put the encyclopedia for magic and divination. After that, that's the introduction. After that book comes the encyclopedia for magic and divination. All right? So you're going to say, really? Yeah, really. We're going hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying? What else I got to say? Yeah, everything else is just rolling good. Just stick close to the lessons. That's it. I've been going hard on these live feeds. I know I'm long-winded, but you can go to different parts of these videos and catch what you really need for the questions that you're looking for, man. For real. Now, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Dracula squad. Shout out to the Purple Heart squad. Everybody that's a part of the Purple Heart squad, you already know what it's in for. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the Dracula squad. You definitely already know what it's hitting for, man. We doing this. We doing this, man. I love y'all. For everybody that was a part of this build, I love y'all. Look for this book, the hand manual that's dropping. The 1-for-1 Master Key Application 1-for-1. When that drops, game over. When I say game over, game over. Now I love y'all, man. 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. All right? I got you, Miss Setty. Peace.